Good morning, Corvallis. This is Jake McGrady here on Second String Sports, KBVR Corvallis. Lovely Friday here.
It's been a great Friday.
Great Friday.
You know, we don't have Grant today.
Little light on the hostage here. We got two people in the booth. Grant had a conflict. Won't be making it this episode, but we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We got this.
Logan and Jake going to be
dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Trace McGrady and Yao Ming.
Tony Parker, Tim Duncan.
LaMarcus Aldridge, Damian Lillard. I feel it. What are some other dynamic Spider-Man?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, that's true. Spider-Man doesn't really have a sidekick, does he? I mean, Mary Jane is like his
Spider-Man sucks.
Whoa. Throwing shots? You're not about that amazing Spider-Man 2 life coming out?
Nah.
I'm more of a Captain. I hope
the early Spider-Man days were always the best. These ones,
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling them. I'm not really feeling new guy, new
more
Spider-Man.
of a Batman. I'm more of the dark and brooding. I mean, Spider-Man's cool and all, but he's like, I don't know. He's kind of pretentious.
Yeah. Just not even getting, just kind of going off into another like random superhero. Who has the hardest superhero job?
The hardest job? Well, I mean,
as a superhero,
it's definitely not Batman because he's rolling the dough.
He takes over one city. Who has the hardest job? Think out of the box.
Well, I mean, Aquaman has to live underwater. That would suck.
Boom! It's Aquaman. Aquaman has what, 70% of the Earth to cover?
The ocean's 70% of the Earth. What?
Think about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The ocean's big.
Yeah. Poor Aquaman.
I mean, who does he? I mean, I don't think there's an Aqua woman. I mean, not to get weird, but like,
is there not a Spider Woman?
He doesn't need one. He has Mary Jane. Who does Aquaman have for companionship? A fish? A shark?
A whale?
A dolphin? Okay.
All right.
All
right.
Enough of that. For anyone who's just now tuning in, we assure you this is a sports show, hence the name Second String Sports. We like to debate sports because we're not quite good enough to go pro. That's our slogan here.
Yep. Jake, coming back from spring break, we have a lot to talk about, but
there is, we got a lot sports talk, we got life talk. We're not one dimensional. We don't like to be put in the box.
We like to do everything.
Do Mike and Mike really only talk sports? No.
Well,
and by Mike and Mike, I mean the radio show Mike and Mike, not my Mike and Mike from the Blazers. But
Jake, what did you do over spring break?
My spring break, it was relaxing. Stayed home, hung out with the squad. Caught up on some movies, some TV shows. Good home cooking, always good to escape the Hot Pockets and microwave macaroni and cheese and Oscar Mayer hot dogs and get some real food. But other than that, it was really nice, but not as eventful as yours. I'm sure you got some wild stories, Mr. Cali boy, Mr. Hollywood.
Yep. Drove down to San Diego for the first part, stayed in San Diego for a while. Then we went to
San Diego's great, by the way.
Yeah, that was probably the best part of the trip. Stayed in a little suburb of Coronado.
What?
Yeah, it's like kind of like the rich area. And then we go up from there, hang out in Malibu, hang out in almost at Vegas, Hollywood. So yeah,
Vegas.
Hollywood's an interesting place.
Hollywood's one of those places where
it's cool. You go there.
It's a visiting place, but like if you live there, man, you're gonna bump into some sketchy people.
But all I gotta say is, after I came back from the trip, we drove down there. By the way, took forever.
Yeah.
But coming back here,
talk about gas moolah.
Getting out of the car and just smelling the fresh air.
That Pacific Northwest. Exhale the greatness. And not the smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke like the dragon.
Hollywood, the desolation of smog.
Oh, that is classic. Oh, okay. So spring break was good.
Solid spring break. We have a little maybe a sports topic to dive in here. We had March Madness is all wrapped up and finished.
If we want to get into March Madness, brackets didn't really work out for pretty much anyone that I know this March come around. But I mean, who really cares? Let's be honest.
After
you go into the brackets with the expectation, the first day you're really hype on it. You're checking that app on your phone in the middle of class, but
it's after the first.
Come week one, you're like, nah, man.
After the first
underdogs,
maybe he gets to the Sweet 16.
Yeah,
my bracket's done.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't care.
Mine was done even far before that though. 'Cause I had
Yeah.
Creighton and Iowa State in the finals. So
Ooh.
I mean, who really saw UConn though? I mean,
Yeah,
some. But
because Michigan State was, the big title favorite to actually.
I was going
go
for
all the way.
Wichita State though. That was as people were saying the biggest underdog number 1 of all time.
Yeah. They were kind of like almost a Gonzaga in years past, because Gonzaga's always that, the lower school, because they
Years past though. Recently, Gonzaga's a powerhouse.
Gonzaga last year, they were a number 1 seed and they lost in the second round.
Yeah.
So
that was I remember that big upset.
Mm-hmm. So I felt bad for Wichita State. They had a great season, but
Bummer.
just those young boys from Kentucky.
Yeah. I wanted Dayton to win though. That was
Yeah.
exciting. You always get that one story that makes it past the first couple games, but then they never really have the power.
Yeah, because Florida beat Dayton.
Yeah.
Florida chokes in the Final Four to UConn. Really bad. Florida played absolutely the worst game of the season. And the thing that I found
That
interesting,
was just terrible to watch, in my opinion.
and one thing I just found interesting, that Florida lost to UConn twice,
Yeah.
and eventually the one that got him kicked out, and Wisconsin, who was also in the Final Four.
Yep.
So, and then Wisconsin was also just, they had the heartbreaker to Kentucky. They had the lead up by 2, and then just Aaron Harrison was just lights out in the last, I remember last year looking at all the draft prospects. I remember watching one of the both the Harrison twins in one of the high school games, and they were just super. I was like, wow, these kids are gonna be pretty good. They weren't they weren't too impressive at the start of the year, but they
weren't.
They really just kind of
didn't really get their notice until
they really started
February
developing.
almost.
Yeah, and I feel like if in the championship game against for UConn and Kentucky,
they were a few pieces away from taking that game.
If Kentucky had,
especially with their zone defense,
once Kentucky switched over the zone, everything that was a changed game because everything just kind of changed from there. They kind of made a comeback. UConn was up big, but the key factor was Wally Stein, the 6'10" guard / forward, who I think hurt his foot in the Louisville game, the start of the Louisville game, and if they would have had him, they probably could have gone. They probably would have won, beat UConn, but it was a big congrats to UConn. Shabazz had a great run, but I've seen a lot of people for Shabazz because LeBron calls out that no guard should be taken over Napier in the lottery.
Yeah. He put that hype on him.
Yeah, but for me, I see him just kind of as a.
You don't see him panning out. I was
late first, second round, because he's such a he's a small guard, and you see a lot of good college guards.
You feel like he's one of those classic college thrive stories.
Mm-hmm. And there's always those good college guards who they don't pan out in the NBA, but they're great. They're great in college. So,
Adam Morrison.
Yeah, another just kind of
Shabazz Muhammad.
Shabazz didn't do anything in the tournaments. Shabazz didn't even do anything at UCLA, and he's not doing anything in the NBA. So Shabazz.
No. Well, I mean, he had hype though. I'm just talking about hype. I'm not.
Yeah,
talking
he had hype going in there, but Shabazz was a four-year.
Yeah.
And I love the shot he took after the game
at the NCAA.
At the NCAA, and
he made a lot of good points, but some of it I was just like we said, we were watching Sports and Age. They said he had a little bit of a Richard Sherman moment, perhaps.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of truth to what he was saying, but I think he was dramatizing a little bit. Hey, I go to bed hungry on some nights. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you spend in that money?
I saw that story, and I thought that story was a little overrated.
Yeah.
Because, college athletes, they have meal plans.
They have a stipend, unless they have meal cards. I mean, unless he's sending a stipend home to his family, which, I mean, in some cases athletes do have to do that. But in other cases, I really find it hard to believe that you could go to bed not hungry.
Yeah. And,
you're college. He'd be able to find a friend's house, catering plan.
Yeah. I go to bed hungry a lot.
I go to bed. Come on. Where's our NCAA? Second string sports host. Come on. Where's our payment? I mean, we come in and do this show for your guys' entertainment every Friday. You get to listen to our sports talk, but we do it for free. Come on. I don't know. I'm just throwing some shots at the NCAA right now.
We're just pulling a Shabazz.
We're pulling a Shabazz.
Yeah.
Someone did say, I don't know. I'm just finishing up on the Shabazz topic. They said they predicted him going to the Lakers, and they said that he'll be what Damian Lillard is to the Blazers to the Lakers. And I said, I don't see him having as big of an impact because Damian is the whole team. And I don't think Shabazz is prepared at this. I mean,
Shabazz could,
5 years from now, who knows?
Should get just kind of his, almost protege, Kemba Walker.
Kemba's a great example.
Kemba Walker, they won the national championship when Kemba won. He's a small guard.
He's just now coming into his own.
Oh yeah, Kemba
just now.
Kemba's had a great season. He's
what is it? His third year in the NBA?
Yeah,
it's taken 3 years for him to come around. Almost.
And he's leading the Bobcats in the Eastern Conference.
Whoa, Bobcats with that clinch.
Yeah,
Cats.
Yeah, that's gonna
Eastern Conference. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious if they upset whoever in the first round, whoever they do play, because I think they just passed the Wizards for a 6th-round seed.
They did, really?
Yeah. Another transition, going to something else. It was a great NCAA tournament. We could talk about maybe NFL draft.
Ooh, I like some NFL draft predictions. We've been talking about that for a while now.
Mm-hmm. And there's been we've had Johnny Manziel been in the news a lot.
Draft day.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, Drake jumping on everybody's bandwagon.
Drizzy.
All right, I got this. You can never get this. I built it up for nothing. You be think I'm playing Tetris. Oh.
Okay.
Freestyle Friday.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. I award you no.
Double click there.
I'm just trying to do my full boss.
Hey, it is 4-Bar Friday.
Yeah.
Should get that on Instagram.
Yeah. What NFL draft's coming up, and the draft is always a great time of the year.
Any draft. Well, not any draft. I mean, WNBA.
Hey, the WNBA draft is coming up pretty soon, I think.
I would rather jump out of a plane naked into a cactus field than watch the WNBA draft. Nah, I'm just playing. Much respect to all you women ballers out there.
Jake, how much money would it take you to just jump out of a plane in general?
Like skydiving?
Yeah.
With a parachute?
With someone.
Attached to a professional?
Yeah.
$5,000?
It's reasonable.
Not gonna lie, heights are my Achilles heel.
NFL draft. We have Brandon Cooks. Maybe going to the Chiefs. Who knows? The Chiefs are looking for a wide receiver, but there's a lot of teams in the first round looking for a, good, speed wide receiver. But I think, Brandon could be more of just a speed. He could probably be a second option, not as a slot. But we also, there's Marquise Lee in the Pac-12. Top of the draft, there's going to be, Manziel is always going to be at the top, but I think the big one is going to be Clowney. People have already predicted Clowney to be an NFL Hall of Famer, and that
they're already tagging that HOF tag on.
There's already people saying Clowney is a no doubt Hall of Famer, which I don't see how you can do that with just not even stepping foot on a football field yet.
That's ridiculous, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't put that. I mean,
and Clowney,
of course, he's relishing in that. He's that type of personality that doesn't care.
And Clowney had a great, a great first freshman year, but his sophomore year wasn't that hyped.
No.
He was so hyped up.
And there's still the attitude issue, and
yeah, he got pulled over for speeding, even though it's just speeding. We all do it.
Well, I'm a safe driver. I abide by the law. What are you talking about? I'm trying to get a job in Mercedes this summer. I can't have any tickets on my record.
Nah, I don't speed.
Really, Logan?
Yeah, I don't speed.
Do you get into car accidents?
I'm not Rick Ross. I'm speeding.
Oh, okay.
Herp, derp, 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 derp.
I award you no points.
Whoa.
Hey, if we want to do some Rick Ross rhymes on here, that we got to dedicate a special hour to that. We could have a rap segment.
We could. Okay, so what else? What else we got going on here, Jake?
Many things.
NBA. We'll dive in the NBA now.
We could.
Good.
We could. We got lots of time to talk, lots of things to discuss.
Mm-hmm. So
this is the time in sports when it's sort of the calm. I like to call it the calm before the storm. The NBA playoffs are right around the corner. Draft discussions with the NFL, and then once the NBA playoffs hit, you already know this show is going to have some of the best content all around. I'm calling out SportsCenter. Their talk is kind of lackadaisical, honestly.
Yeah.
Where's the comedy? It's kind of getting dry.
It's all
dry
about
like
Fox Sports 1
like some
and
rice crackers.
Fox Sports 1 though. I'm telling you.
FS1.
Yeah. Fox Sports 1 is
They're
actually
pretty Twitter active too.
Yeah.
I respect them on that.
Yeah, Fox Sports 1 retweeted me, and I was in between Gary Payton and Jamal Crawford in a retweets, so it's pretty epic.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, NBA. One thing that's looking pretty interesting around here is the Blazers looking maybe to play Houston in a 5th and 4th round matchup. Or not round, but seed matchup. And the Spurs maybe looking at getting the Suns or the Grizzlies in the they're about to clinch the first overall seed, maybe even first seed throughout NBA playoffs. And that will be interesting to see if the Spurs do play the Blazers in the second round.
That's all I can say. This will be the most exciting sports show that any sports fan will be able to listen to. Knowing me and Grant, the other host, if you're a first time listener, we understand that the 1:00 time slot we might be reaching a new demographic. Who knows? People are out of class. The first two terms we were the early birds.
We were early risers.
Morning show. We were some early morning sports talkers, but
people were tuning in the cars.
It's sunny. You may be chilling after that sociology class or something.
And I was just chilling, right?
I'd be chilling though.
Holy Ghost.
That's for another story.
Yeah, that's another. We'll bring that one up later.
For any first time listeners, our host who's not here today, Grant Van Dyke, and me, being Oregon natives, are 100% gigantic Blazer fans, and Mr. Logan over here is a
big Spurs fan,
huge San Antonio fan. So if all goes right and the Blazers take down the Houston Floppers in the first round, and San Antonio puts a smackdown on the Phoenix Moons, who knows? That second round playoff matchup could be championship caliber for us.
We're going to the second round game.
Oh, we be chilling, right?
We'll be chilling, right?
Oh, I'm dropping guap.
Oh yeah. I'll go to.
I may pull
I'll go to one game. I think I only have guap to drop one game.
Guap to drop.
I got guap to drop.
Drop that guap.
Probably like a weekend game.
I'm feeling it, man. I don't care how much.
Yeah,
it costs.
NBA playoffs.
I mean, when you think about it, how long? When else will we have an opportunity in our life to see our teams play each other in a playoff series?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hope that happens, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited for the playoffs to start. We only got it. This end of the week is done.
The dry spell, there's the
done with the game.
A few like playoff implication games here and there,
Yeah,
but mostly it's the teams that have no hope.
I think the only teams that have hope left that
the Warriors, which have to win, or they could slip to 8th, or God forbid,
but
not make it.
They're gonna make it. I think the teams in the West, which is very sad for one of these teams to actually get held out of the playoffs because they've had such a great year, is the Suns, Grizzlies, and Mavericks.
The Suns, I'm with the Suns, man.
The Suns have had a good even when they had they just had Dragic just go freaking crazy the whole year.
Dragic has been something else.
Yeah.
I mean, Memphis has always been a team that's been on the cusp of doing it.
Yeah, Memphis right now is out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
but they're.
I mean, I wish they'd be in because personally, I don't really care about Dallas. I don't want to. I don't want to see Dallas again.
They're like a half game out of Dallas.
Sorry, Dirk. Just go to a German retirement home and eat schnitzel.
And then the East, the schnitzels, Winchels. And for the East, the only other teams is the Knicks.
Yeah.
And who are the Knicks trying to get past?
I don't even know.
Knicks are trying to get ahead of who is it?
Where's Grant when we need him for his laptop? Oh, the Knicks are trying to. Sorry, that was Grant impression. I don't know. Someone tweet us the.
We've gone blank. We've gone blank here in the stew,
and we're blanking in the stew.
Oh, it's the Hawks.
Yes, the Hawks.
And no one wants to see the Hawks.
No one wants to see either of those teams.
Yeah. Okay. Seeing that no one wants to see either of those teams, let's
Well, I'd rather see the Knicks.
Let's just see something that a lot of people are advocating for, and myself, that the NBA needs, and I repeat, needs to switch to almost a March Madness type of format, where the best 16 teams in the NBA go to the playoffs.
I actually really like that idea.
Bypass the whole Eastern Western Conference.
Exactly.
Because, if you're looking at some of these teams, it's just like, oh, cool, the Bobcats are the 6th seed, but they're in, if they're in the West, they're at the bottom of the pack.
Yeah.
And
it's a tough situation.
And for the Raptors are the 3rd team.
And if they were in the
East,
West, they wouldn't even be playoff eligible.
They were 3rd team,
pathetic.
Not in the playoffs. That's just huge. So the Western Conference is, obviously more dominant.
Very.
Very much more dominant.
Very.
Very, very, very. And it just needs to, something needs to spice up. They've talked about adding a 5-point play, or was it a 5 or a 4-point play, and just thinking of if you're trying to spice things up, even Silver's trying to put logos on jerseys, which would be ridiculous. We're not the NBA.
I mean, he said it's inevitable, but we'll see. I mean, as long as it's tiny in the corner, I don't know.
Yeah, to spice things up, if you really want to spice it up, you need to do a 16-team best teams get in.
Oh yeah.
Because that would make everything so much better.
Exactly. Well, I think we're going to take a quick PSA break, and we actually have some tweets coming in, giving some suggestions of what we want to talk about. Shout out to first-time listener, Sean Pryor. He wants to have a little Luke Del Rio eligibility discussion coming up. I like it. Little college football spring training discussion. Looking forward to next year. We'll see. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned. KBVR Corvallis. This is Second String Sports. We're just getting started. We're gonna finish off the show with much more stuff to talk about. Second String Sports. Stay tuned.
What a fine day to play 9 holes.
You're kidding. With your bad hip, you better just watch golf on TV.
Is your body holding you back?
Now, where's that jar of spaghetti sauce?
Yeah, who's gonna open it? Your wrist can't even turn a doorknob.
Don't let your body hold you back. A lot of people in pain choose to fight for their mobility. Read their stories and find your own inspiration at anationinmotion.org. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
And we're back. This is Second String Sports. Jake McGrady and Logan McGinnis chilling in the stew. Once again, we got some tweets coming in of some discussions. If you want a live chat or just throw some debate topics into the pot, you can tweet at either of us. I'm at jmcgrady7.
Or you can tweet at LT McGinnis, or
just hashtag Second String Sports.
Or you can tweet at our Second String Sports account.
Our Second String Sports account is at Second String KBVR. We're all over the map with social media. We got the Facebook page. You should like us on there. Subscribe to our YouTube because we put up every episode up on YouTube. So that we got an episode close to 1,000 views. So we got fans.
We're Hollywood.
We're pretty much just the Justin Biebers of college radio.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Anyway, back on topic.
Back on it.
We got a live tweet from Sean Pryor who wants to know about Luke Del Rio, the Alabama quarterback transfer to Oregon State, and his recent eligibility for Oregon State that has just been announced.
Yep. Oregon State football just tweeted, excited to announce Luke Del Rio is eligible to compete this season in games. So, he transferred here, and, you get your transfer. He did a transfer appeal, so now he's eligible to play.
The backup to A.J. McCarron.
And, most likely will probably be the backup to our boy
Sean Mannion. I think he will.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean returning for his senior season, I feel like he's got something to prove. We'll see if we see another early Heismanian performance-wise from Sean.
Yeah.
I think he can do it. Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to be here all summer training, putting up some throws with Victor and all our new young guy receivers now that Brandon's gone.
And I think Luke, he's probably they're going to compete. There's going to be a quarterback. It's always,
it's just
a battle.
the nature of competition. I mean, even Cody Vaz, even though he knew he had a slim chance, there was that competition there too.
But I think Luke can actually learn a lot from Sean.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's going to be great. That's going to be great for.
There's always that situation. why even some people were saying the Patriots are looking into Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to play for a while, but what better mentor would you want, like, if you go to the Patriots or the Broncos, than a Peyton Manning or a Tom Brady? Not comparing Sean Mannion to Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, but, I mean...
Maybe.
Whoa, Logan.
Maybe. It's Gunslinger.
Whoa.
I can see Sean being...
like it.
I can see Sean being a first, second round draft pick next year.
Well, I mean, if he wouldn't have fallen off a little bit like he did,
he
would have been drafted this year if he would have entered, obviously.
Yeah.
Just based off the beginning of the 2013 season.
Such a hard,
it was prolific.
hot start, this last season.
I mean, coming off, our first.
But what I'm really excited for football season is how because Oregon State just got a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
From the quarterback coach or from the Giants.
Yeah.
And that's
going
to
be big.
And that's going to improve for Luke and Sean and everyone else there. And it's going to be really interesting to see how he develops even with the tight ends.
Yeah.
Because we already know that the tight ends at Oregon State are going to be beasts.
It's his crutch.
I'm not sure if I haven't really seen any what's going to go on, who's going to be calling plays, but I think Riley's still calling the plays. I think I saw where Riley's still going to be calling the shots.
I would hope so.
Yeah. But,
I mean, yeah.
But there was always some questionable. Even last year, there was a couple questionables like fourth down calls.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember some of those, but
I can't forget those.
Yeah, there was a couple. I can't even remember.
The USC game. There was a questionable Stanford call.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean,
so
coaches are going to have those moments with how terrible of a season we had last year to end. But
we have an easy home schedule next year.
I think it's very easy.
Yeah,
it's a weak home schedule.
We have
the fan wise, but
we got
team wise. Let's hope it's advantageous.
Yeah. So we'll be talking a lot of Beaver football here in the
exactly
this term.
coming the closing weeks of spring term. We got hopefully a lot of guests coming on this term. I mean,
we've
yet to have the guests, but having that 9 a.m. time is a little bit too difficult. We have hit up a few of our athlete connections, and let's be honest, rolling out of bed for some of those guys after they've had a hard work at practice isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But 1 p.m.,
we're looking at maybe even getting Michael Doctor on.
Michael Doctor, talk some spring football. Who knows? Hallis Cook. I know I talked to him. He might have a class conflict, but, Devon, maybe want to talk about his plans after since, he's done at Oregon State. Who knows? Some basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
We'll transition to some even Beaver basketball.
Yeah.
Big interesting news is the Moreland situation.
Yep. If we want to talk about, me and Logan, let's just say we're prime investigators.
We're dissecting a lot.
We're dissecting. We don't know Moreland on a personal basis, per se. Bumped into him a few times. Hasn't been able to make it to the show. Fell through a few times, but analyzing the social media outlook.
Yeah. Some
of the tweets.
There was an interesting story.
Eric Moreland's Instagram.
Yeah. There was an interesting Q&A with the reporter from the Oregonian.
Yeah.
And Craig Robinson.
Is that the one that you screenshot and texted to me?
I screenshot and texted to you. Yeah. So, it's going to be, Craig Robinson, he was asked if he's, heard anything, what Moreland's going to be, any Moreland news.
What did he say?
What's going on? Yeah, he's just in the dark.
He hasn't heard anything from Eric. And, did you see this morning? Eric tweeted that he was going one-on-one with Hakeem.
He did it last year, too. He practiced with Hakeem in Houston. That's where he is right now. And because Moreland has graduated, so
yeah,
and that was the other
3-year student he put in. I'm sure he had some summer classes that he put in and was able to get. So he's got his degree. So if he did even want to come back, he would have to take what's the minimum for athletes? 12 credits of just some general elective stuff, classes.
So Craig Robinson said we're in the dark as everybody else, trying to figure out what he's going to do. I do in time only because I haven't heard from him, but he could be examining things, keeping the door open for himself, which, they keep his fingers crossed. But realistically, the fact that is he's graduated and is probably ... That probably be a sign that he might come back.
Yeah.
But, there's a lot of probablys in Craig Robinson's statement and saying that he's already graduated.
Eric's had some tweets where, about looking forward to the future.
Yeah, and also
thanking his mom for all the work she's put in and all that. All classic athlete moving on, mumbo jumbo.
And also seeing what the Beavers have in store for next year.
It's tough, but
we're going to be a very young team. We're losing,
Devon's
Berto,
gone.
Devon, Angus.
Angus is gone.
So
we're going to be building off of Hallis,
Hallis,
Langston,
Malcolm
DeVivier.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the young junior, Mr. Gary Payton Jr. coming in. He got some of that Instagram hype from Mr. Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Oakland represent.
So, ultimately, I think
it's just one of those seasons you got to be open.
Yeah.
You just got to go into it with fun, young team. Let's be honest, it very well, if there's not performance, will be Craig Robinson's last year as an Oregon State Beaver.
Because, it'll just be kind of sad to see if Craig Robinson actually does go, but
I like him
because he's such a nice guy.
He's a great guy.
The thing is about winning, and
it's all about winning. Wow, those kids were excited.
They love winning.
What do you think those kids were prompted to get to do that? Yay!
Ice cream
from a man in a van.
From a man in a van
down by the river. Saturday Night Live throwback reference right there.
Oh, creepy.
That scare you?
Yeah. Psycho.
It's actually Twilight Zone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, that sounds like Psycho.
Probably, I don't know. Could be.
Maybe a little mixture of both.
Off topic again. It's sunny. It's spring term.
Yeah, and sunny.
We're feeling good.
Speaking of sunny, maybe just kind of bouncing off. Jake and I, any Corvallis students,
do we want to divulge our secret? I guess
it's not really a secret spot.
Let's leave it up to them to find.
There's for any students who's listening, there's a very nice rope swing by the river at Avery Park. It's a great college spot. Soak up some sun.
Nice. It's very nice.
Just looking, maybe try to get some tubes, float down the river. That'd be a whole bunch of fun.
Shout out to our friend Connor, who's really psyched to jump in, despite how cold it is. We'll see.
Oh yeah, the river's really cold right now, but
it is jumpable.
It was pretty hot the other day.
We could wade in. It would be, get our feet wet.
Yeah.
Wade over to the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sun. This term, it's week 2, and it's already shaping up to be a pretty good spring term as far as I can tell.
Yep.
We've only had one or two rainy days so far in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sun in sports. The girls come out. Campus is just a more beautiful place, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. This is much more enjoyable.
Much more enjoyable. I mean, there's nothing better.
Oregon State was ranked, 5th best college in the West Coast. Nation?
I thought it was Nation.
Or maybe it is Nation. There
I don't know. Let's just call it Nation. That sounds
we're calling it Nation.
But I mean, seriously, look at when the sun comes out.
Oh, yeah. There's
trees are blooming. People are happy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you're walking to class, what would you rather do if you're walking to a...
I don't walk. I bike.
Okay, I walk. If you're biking to, a math class, I'm
done with math classes.
This is hypothetical.
Your situation sucks,
Roll
Jake.
with my situation. You're going to class, regardless of transportation or class. Would you rather be trekking through the rain with those gloomy faces that look like they'd rather be inside in bed, or would you rather be going with the flowers blooming, girls in bikinis playing some beach volleyball?
Hey, I played some beach volleyball the other day.
Was it just you, or is it you and
I played
lots of bikini girls?
I played beach volleyball by myself.
I could see it, honestly. You hit it over one side of the net.
I'm a professional volleyball player.
Okay.
So,
Well, I prefer the scenery when it's sunny. Let's put it that way.
This is very pretty.
Less pants, more sundresses.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah. I like it. Sun makes everything better. Sun makes sports better. Sun makes life better. Sun makes... I don't know. Makes radio better. Even though we're inside a studio, we can look outside and see the sun.
Ah, the sun.
Yeah.
Ah, Jake, my son.
All right, back to sports. We've had enough of our little side topics on second string sports. If we want to go back to the NBA, we could talk about a little playoff predictions and any big breaking news in the NBA that's happened recently. You know, there's the coaching debacles, the Lakers. Who knows what's going to happen there?
Maybe there's the rumor of Coach Calipari, Kentucky's head coach, joining the Lakers, but I see that as almost a long shot.
People are now saying that it's a bigger long shot than people have been saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it was weird. During the tournament, people were almost saying, it's a win or lose, it's a done deal. So, I'm
not seeing it. I'm
not buying it yet.
No,
Kevin Ali, though.
Dude,
give him 5 more, not 5, 3-4 more years at UConn. He'll be an NBA coach.
Kevin Ollie's a stud.
3-4 years.
He's a stud coach.
Yeah,
exactly. UConn won practically because of Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie has, he coaches great defense, and it was just great. It was great to see that. What's another thing going on in the news? We got Masters talk. Got Bubba Watson.
Yep.
Bubba Watson's leading. Just
it's golf though. So
it's all golf.
We
can't really dive into golf, but Bubba Watson won.
I think Grant could dive into golf.
Bubba Watson
could dive in. Grant's about to dive in. Ooh, we gotta get so wet. Baby girl.
All right.
Enough of Trey Songz, but that reference is referring to a Snapchat that Grant sent.
If Bubba Watson's on
swimming class.
Yeah, Bubba Watson's on fire. He's at a -7, and 2 years ago Bubba Watson won. So he had the great one great shot. I always wish I was good at golf. I'm good at frolf, but I'm not good at golf.
Stop saying frolf. It's frisbee golf.
Nah. What else is going on? Even Jake, your favorite sport?
Oh God.
MLB.
Yeah.
We had opening day. Opening day was, it was exciting. Everything was coming back. Baseball is back. Life is complete. And, it's just been great to have baseball back. We've had so many unexpected things going on. We just saw a tweet from Grant. Grant tweeted, and we just.
So apparently,
Jake distracted me. Jake distracted me. I was like, what?
Distracted. Enough of baseball.
Yeah.
I had to get it. So our third host is I don't know where he is. Albany.
I don't know where Grant is.
I don't know. Grant. tweet hashtag where's Grant. Find Grant. Grant's doing an internship right now, and he had to be held late today, so that's where our third co-host is. But he actually tweeted in. I think we already touched on it a little bit earlier, but we can give our final thoughts. He says, talk some NFL draft. Where's Johnny Football going? He scored a 30 on Wonderlic. Opinions.
Wait, what?
Johnny Manziel.
Sorry, Grant. We've already talked about Johnny Manziel.
Grant calls him Johnny Football, but that's not his name.
Sorry, we've already talked. We don't care about how Wonderlicks. I'm sorry.
Just to dive in, I don't.
Yeah, nah.
But seriously though, I predict him. Just give your final prediction on him.
Wait, where he's going to go in the draft?
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my prediction. It's going to 8th to the Vikings.
Really?
Yeah. He's not going to go. It's either 8th to the Vikings or if the Raiders don't take him.
No, that's why I was.
The Raiders might take him, but it's either Raiders or Vikings. That's my call.
I'm predicting Raiders. You're picking. I think he fits in with the Raiders, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
NFL draft though.
We talked NFL draft. I wasn't done talking about baseball.
I know. I was just trying to get you off baseball.
No. There's another exciting thing was, or not really exciting, but kind of controversial. It was kind of funny. Michael Pineda, pitcher for the Yankees, who was on the Mariners a few years ago, got traded for Jesus Montero. Had just a huge pine tar, and Jake, if you don't know, pine tar makes you pitch a little bit.
I know what pine tar
pitches
is.
With pitches a little bit more. You have better.
Do you know what meth is?
Meth? Do you watch Breaking Bad? Yeah, I do. Meth. It's all about the aluminum.
Again, that was me trying to distract Logan about baseball.
What else has been exciting about baseball? The Mariners are actually being somewhat exciting.
We got a big Seattle buddy, Lou Page.
Lou.
Big Mariners fan, big Seahawks fan.
Yeah, the Mariners are actually pretty exciting this year. They got Corey Hart,
Smoke Bomb.
Yeah, Justin Smoke. Jake's actually doing a fantasy baseball team, so he has Justin Smoke.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I don't think I've checked that.
I don't check Mike's league.
Ooh.
I kind of check it, but I kind of don't.
Dang. I already set my lineup though for I think a week in advance.
Yeah.
Though, so.
The Michael Pineda with the pine tar in his hand. That was funny.
What would happen if you ingested pine tar?
You die.
I hope he does that then.
Me too. No one likes the Yankees. Another thing, the funny thing happened, or maybe just in the news, Padres are sucking. They have, I think they have
Padres always suck.
I think they have like 8 runs scored almost the whole year, probably.
Okay, even I, who don't pay attention to baseball, I know that's pathetic.
Yeah. I'm trying to get as many baseball facts in here as possible. Beltre is kind of ailing. We've had a lot of Tommy Johns too. Okay. I feel like baseball needs to do something to prevent Tommy John. I don't know how they do it. We've had so many great pitchers go down. Last year there was Matt Harvey. So it'll just be kind of interesting to see. Because who else had it? Patrick Corbin just went down. It looks like another great young pitcher, Matt Moore. MLB really needs to find a way to protect young pitchers. Ultimately, that's all I have to say.
Yep. Well, that's enough on baseball. Is there any closing topics? We'll scroll through the Bleacher Report homepage, see if there's any breaking news. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, anything that you guys want us to discuss, if you're tuning in right now, tweet at us. Hashtag Second String Sports. We love to debate anything and everything, even if it's not sports and you got some questions about life. You're having a hard time in that one class and you don't really know how to continue. Life advice, sports advice,
mainly life.
I feel like you could give some life advice. This is obviously radio, so you can't see us right now. Maybe in the future next year in the new studio, we may have a TV deal in the works, but. Logan's rocking the shades, the indoor shades, Mr. Hollywood.
Hollywood. I went to Hollywood, saw Brad Pitt. Me and Brad Pitt were chilling. He talked to me and gave me some tips.
No, you didn't.
He told me how to be Hollywood, and I'm about to join a fight club. Who else did I meet while I was in Hollywood? Vince Scully told me everything about radio. Do you know who Vince Scully is?
No.
Okay. There
Baseball announcer?
Yeah. For the Dodgers.
I know. I was trolling.
All right. Just making sure.
I've been to a Dodgers game. I know.
Sure, Jake. Sure. I don't really know everything about your life.
I told you the story many times. I was bossing it up, Hollywood lifestyle, sitting by Blake. I peed at a urinal next to Blake Griffin at that game.
Okay, I do remember you told me that.
Yeah, I know.
Another thing kind of in the news is the Colin Kaepernick debacle.
Ooh. If that's not a YouTube title for this episode, I don't know what it is.
We title our YouTube videos with
specific
interesting topics to try to get views.
If we talk about a topic for 2 minutes, it's going to be titled for a video.
We kind of troll a little bit.
Yeah. But anyway, Colin Kaepernick, who knows? He hasn't officially been charged, but there's some Miami party or something like that. Some girls alleging sexual assault.
Yeah. So it was in Miami.
He tweeted complete disputes of it this morning.
We have Colin Kaepernick live tweets here. The charges made in the TMZ story and other stories I've seen are completely wrong. They've made things up about me and never happened. I take great pride in who I am and what I do, aka get tattoos. Never said that. But I guess sometimes you have to deal with someone who makes up things. I want to thank all the people who have shared their encouraging sentiments. I assure you that your faith is not misplaced. Whoa, Colin.
I hope it's misplaced.
I'm Colin Oh.
Logan's about to go in.
Popo, get low.
Logan rants.
Grant rant.
That's the segment we have. And Grant rants about a topic.
Now Grant's not here, so I'll just do a little thing. I'll have a Logan rants. So Kaepernick, are you trying to do your best Ben Roethlisberger impression? Because right now you're kind of succeeding. I mean, no one other than 49er fans, I feel like no one really likes Colin Kaepernick.
No. He's
kind of stubborn. He has that.
Well, I mean, for me, as a Seahawks fan, I obviously don't like him, but I know a lot of people. He's a good quarterback, but he's just one of those polarizing person. He's kind of like a different form of Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, and just has his post game interviews. He's not a likable guy.
Just not a likable guy.
Looks like, a Dr. Seuss character.
He looks like the blue dude from Megamind.
Yep.
Got a little bit too much ink on him. Nah, I'm just kidding. I love ink.
Jake's going to get tatted.
No.
Jake's got to ink his whole body.
Because I don't give a
Wiz
Khalifa.
So it'll be kind of interesting to see how this Colin Kaepernick thing kind of dwindles down. Just another NFL, kind of domestic thing was the Ray Rice situation, where Ray Rice
what even happened to that?
Where he carries his goal, he knocks his allegedly.
Let's not call it carrying. Let's call it savagely dragging.
Allegedly knocks out his girlfriend in the elevator, carries her out.
It wasn't allegedly.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But then there was the charges. It went through, and then day later, what happens? They get married.
What? I did not know that.
Yep. So he got married to his fiance a day after the whole charges.
Man, maybe
through.
they just had a good night and he was just taking her back to the room then. I don't know.
Maybe Ray Rice was just like,
maybe Ray Rice is a good guy.
Don't
act like you're not impressed.
we're impressed, Ray Rice. We're impressed. I don't know how you manage that.
We're not condoning domestic violence, but if you do that to a girlfriend and you still get married to your bae the next day,
maybe,
whoa. You probably buying us from Gucci. Anyway, we're going to take our last PSA break of the show, and then we're going to finish out. We got a few last tweets. Want to know about Blazer Rockets' potential playoff series, and then I got a little plug for a cool little Blazer event that's going to be going on for the playoffs. So stay tuned. This is the last PSA. We're going to end off the show with some NBA. Yep. Second String Sports, KBVR Corvallis. Oh, yeah.
Calling all students who are interested in helping students of all abilities attain equal access to their education. If you are interested in getting involved with the Accessibility Task Force, contact Brian Williamson at accessibility.affairs at oregonstate.edu or visit the ASOSU homepage on the OSU website.
And we're back. We got a live tweet in from someone else, another Blazer fan who wants to know some predictions, since it's most likely looking that the Portland Trail Blazers are going to be in the 5th spot of the Western Conference, and the Rockets are going to stay at that 4th. Predictions. For all you Blazer fans out there, Oregon represent.
I want the Blazers to win. We
discussed this earlier.
I want the Blazers to win for the Spurs so I can watch a Spurs game in Portland. But I'm sorry, but I think Houston will win. I even know Jake and Grant and everybody, even the Blazer people, everyone here in Portland will hate me. I don't care because I don't really care. I like watching Blazer games with Jake, and Grant. I love NBA. I love the NBA. I watch all NBA, and I think Houston is honestly one of the most dark horses teams you can actually get.
Okay. My opinion on this is I think that's completely true. It's all going to depend on the point guard situation. Patrick Beverley.
Yeah, because
he's coming back.
Yeah, I heard his meniscus. But
let's all know Jeremy Lin is not going to be able to lead against Damian Lillard in a full 7-game series. But Dwight Howard's had the off and on back issues. He's not 100%.
If Dwight gets healthy.
Yeah. I mean, I predict. Obviously, I can't pick against the Blazers. I have to pick the Blazers in this series. I predict it.
I think it's going to go 7. It's going to go.
I was going to say 6, but 7. I would love a 7-game series.
I think that series is going to be one of the best series in the first round because
the 4-5 seed games are usually always great in the Western Conference, but. Exactly though. I predict the Blazers are going to pull through maybe 7-6 games.
Yeah, it's just tough to get one of those seeds because you get Houston, you get the Clippers.
Yeah, as a Blazer fan, I'm personally just interested to see all the first-time playoff. Robin Lopez never experienced the playoffs. Damian Lillard as a second-year player, I want to see how he thrives in the playoffs in a playoff situation. I feel like he'll be able to handle it. Wesley has only been to the playoffs once or twice with the Blazers. LaMarcus has obviously had that experience, and he's back and healthy. Joel Freeland is said to come back.
No pun intended.
Hey, whoa, let's not curse the back issues, but yeah. Let's just say that's going to be interesting. Very interesting. Good series. Oh, I'm just excited for the NBA playoffs in general.
Yeah, and what's another good matchup? Even who the Clippers playing? The Clippers might play.
Well, if it stays as it is, Clippers would play probably the 7th seed, which is going to be either Dallas or
Warriors.
Phoenix.
Oh no, if it's the Warriors, if the Warriors slip and if it's the Clippers,
well, the Warriors would play the Thunder.
The Thunder would. The Thunder Thunder's going to get the 7th seed. No, they would play the 7th seed.
Oh, okay.
And then the Clippers are 3rd, and because right now the Clippers are playing the Warriors, and if the Clippers and the Warriors play each other, there's bad blood there.
Yeah, exactly. Except the Warriors dropped the ball last night.
Yeah,
they could have clinched their spot, but they didn't. So, going into the following episodes of Second String Sports, we're going to have a lot to talk. NBA basketball, there's nothing better than playoff time.
NBA playoffs, we might even spend a whole episode.
We're going to bring on an athlete guest who shares the passion for the NBA, and we're going to talk about that too.
We even bring anyone who wants to be a guest, talk about some NBA.
Anyone who loves sports.
We'll bring you on.
You want to be a little protege, sit in the seat, hop on the mic, chill in the stew. This is a chill environment, man. We rock sunglasses, Twitter active.
Hollywood,
we're just some, what's better? Chilling in the stew, talking sports. And I want to give one last plug before the end of the show. For all you Blazer fans out there, there's a nice little Red Out flash mob event going on that my good friend Grant Ocampo, I don't know if he wants me to divulge this on air, but actually no, he put it in his bio. He is Aldridge MVP on Twitter. Batman has been unleashed. But a Twitter account called Blazer Gang and him have sort of put together this flash mob event where they're going to be debuting a song, Welcome to Rip City. It was sort of a Blazer anthem. April 19th at the Lloyd Center Mall. I believe it's like 3 p.m.
I've parked in the Lloyd Center before.
You like the Lloyd?
It's a good parking lot.
I'll give another update on this next Friday because April 19th is a Saturday, so it would be the next Saturday. But yeah, if you're a Blazer fan, you want to hop on out. Comcast Sportsnet's going to be covering. The rapper who does the playoff anthem is going to be there. We're going to play a song and just mob. Wear red. It's all about Blazer Nation, man. Red
Go Spurs.
Nation. Go Blazers.
Go Spurs.
No.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go Blazers.
I'll let Jake get his last word so he feels good, so we don't ramble on and on.
Yep. We've been known to ramble. Me and Logan have an unspoken word that starts with Kevin and ends with love that can't be brought up in the studio because it causes us to get malicious towards each other. I don't know what it is. It's like a curse word almost. Kevin Love. You're such a Kevin Love. Go Kevin Love yourself, Kevin Love.
Okay, I'll be the best power forward in the league right now, but...
Okay, I'm not even going to talk. I'm not even going to talk on that.
Okay.
Anyway, Blazers, NFL draft, Johnny
Spurs,
Manziel, Spurs,
Beavers.
want to throw that in there, Beaver sports,
MLB.
Spring football, nah, not really.
Yeah, baseball's back.
WNBA draft party.
Oh, we didn't even talk about just a little.
Oh,
quick,
look, we're
Beaver,
running out
Beaver
of time
baseball.
on the show.
Beaver
baseball.
Beaver
Okay.
baseball.
Well, Beaver baseball.
We have anyone's interested. We have games in Washington. We have a Washington trip this weekend, and we just swept the home Stanford series. So
yeah,
anyone's interested. Beaver baseball team is excellent. We'll talk about more of them later, and hopefully, make it to Omaha.
We'll see what happens. Yep. Well, this has been a good first episode of Second String Sports, Season 3, Episode 1, Spring Term.
301.
Yep. So if you're just new tuning in, it's 1 to 2 p.m. every Friday here on 88.7 FM. I just want to give one last plug if you guys didn't know. KBVR Corvallis, 88.7 FM, is actually a 2014 winner of the best college radio station of 10,000 plus students in the country. So, this is damn good radio. And by damn, I mean D-A-M, Beaver Dam. I'm not cussing on air. It is damn good radio. And it says that on the paper. I can say that. So we're good.
We're good.
KBVR Corvallis, roll with the winners, draft day, trophies, Drizzy. Just some sports. So stay tuned. Follow us up on Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube and Facebook. More sports talk to come. This is Second String Sports. I'm Jake McGrady.
I'm Logan McGinnis, and we'll see you guys live next week.
Have a good weekend, Corvallis. Draft day.